Whoa, where did Hottie go? Where's Hottie? Hey, Hottie, you're not here. Well, Hottie's actually has some stuff, has some work, schedules conflicted. Sadly, we're not doing this full time yet, but if you want us to do this full time, hit that subscribe button. If you don't want us to do that full time, please still hit that subscribe button because I want to do this full time. But yeah, so as you can tell, last week we didn't have a weekly Restless, or maybe when this comes out 2 weeks ago, we didn't have a weekly Restless, and that was because we were refining some things. We were trying to make things more enjoyable for not only us but for you guys as well. I don't know how a 2 hour long review would last if you guys would even see the whole thing. So let's try to shorten things up. Let's try to just get to the big bullet points, right? No need to get into the small details, but we can talk about small details sometime maybe later. Um, which is why we have this new review sort of concept. Each week from this week, starting any other weekly Restless we do, we're going to do top five matches of the week, top five segments of the week, and top five wrestlers of the week. And from those top five wrestlers of the week, we're still going to maintain our tradition of wrestler of the week. Make it still a big deal because, of course, it is a big deal. And maybe we'll add more categories sometime later in the future. But, and again, Hottie's not here. Like I said, you're going to be stuck with me this week. And we will do weekly Restless from the days of, let me just see my notes real quick, July 17th, 2023 to July 23rd, 2023. So I guess we'll just quickly get into it. But before that, I want to talk about who won Superstar of the Week last week. Wrestler of the Week, who I believe was amazing last week, from that week being July 10th to July 16th of 2023. Congratulations to our boys at AEW, Adam Cole and MJF, better than you, baby. Y'all did a pretty entertaining job. Probably most entertaining wrestling in not only AEW but all of professional wrestling right now. A really entertaining story. Had a decent match with, I believe it was Big Bill and Brian Cage a couple weeks ago, and had hilarious segments along with it. So better than you, Baybay won last week's, or the week of July 10th, 2023 to July 16th of 2023. Congratulations, Wrestler of the Week. Adam Cole's a two-time now. Woo! Anyways, let's get into this week. Forget about the past. I mean, this is still the past, but we're going to talk about the lesser past, the more recent. But I do want to mention our top five favorite matches, but I want to mention some honorable mentions before we start going into those top five matches. Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville defeating Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez on Monday Night Raw for the Women's Tag Team Championships. It's really shocking to see Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville actually win these titles, but hopefully they do good things with them. The match itself wasn't too bad. Give it a 6.5 out of 10. Congratulations. And another honorable mention, I want to head over to NXT with Dominik Mysterio defeating Wes Lee for the NXT North American Championship. Another shocking new title reign, which no one really expected, but I'm kind of glad it happened. Match itself is pretty fun, and yeah, 7 out of 10 for that match. And I want to preface this by saying I didn't get to watch AEW Collision to the fullest, nor did I get to watch NXT to the fullest. And Rampage, we don't really review Rampage, but maybe we will sometime in the future. So excuse me if this week is mostly based on Monday Night Raw, Friday Night SmackDown, and AEW Dynamite. But there is, I saw a fair share of Collision still though. Well, actually, I did see Collision. I just didn't see the shitty matches like the Miro match. Like that match was only 2 minutes long. So what was the point of watching that? Anywho, let's go to number 5. Number 5, we have the Fatal 4-Way United States Invitational match on Friday Night SmackDown, where it was LA Knight versus Sheamus versus Cameron Grimes versus Rey Mysterio, with Rey Mysterio winning this United States Champion Fatal 4-Way Invitational, which means this upcoming SmackDown, it's going to be Rey Mysterio versus Santos Escobar, two members of the LWO going at it to see who wins the number one contendership to the United States Championship. So of course, LA Knight was in this match. LA Knight pops are still going wild. LA Mania is running wild still in WWE. Yet LA Knight cut a promo saying, "Hey, I am going to win this United States Championship Fatal 4-Way Invitational, and then go on to defeat Santos Escobar, and then go on to defeat Austin Theory and win the United States Championship." Um, Rey Mysterio won though, and there has been some controversy. There has been some, booing when it comes to Rey Mysterio winning this match. That's something we'll talk about later. Was this the wrong result? It might have been. It might have not been. There's a nice spot from Rey Mysterio where he did a little Hurricanrana from Cameron Grimes to LA Knight. I really do like the multi-man chemistry. This really did feel like a match where all four men were involved in some sort of capacity, and it was really fun. Rey Mysterio and Sheamus did a 10 beats of the Badgerin to Cameron Grimes and LA Knight. There's one of those little suplex powerbomb spots in the corner, which can seem to be overused, but this one just was very fluent. It was very fluent. It really matched together very well, where when they landed, they all were kind of like in this straight line of just bodies, just these four guys. But you had a cool double Hurricanrana. Rey Mysterio did a double Hurricanrana to Sheamus, and I believe it was Cameron Grimes, plus a double 619 until Austin, and then he tried to pin Cameron Grimes until Austin Theory dragged Rey Mysterio out for some reason. I don't know if I missed something earlier in the show, but I don't know why Austin Theory randomly attacked Rey Mysterio. Maybe it was something last week. I don't know. At all. Which gave LA Knight the advantage and almost pinned Cameron Grimes until Sheamus broke it up, and then Sheamus kicked LA Knight, and then I think Rey Mysterio attacked Sheamus then, and then Rey Mysterio eventually pinned Cameron Grimes, which was crazy. It was a nice fast-paced ending. Again, there's a lot of controversy when it comes to Rey Mysterio winning this match. And honestly, this match probably would have been a little bit higher on the top 5 if it wasn't for the result. But again, I'll talk about that later. But this match in general, give it a 7.5 out of 10. I thought it was a really, really fun match. Perhaps even better than the match that happened the previous SmackDown, which was also a fatal 4-way number 1 contendership invitational thing with AJ Styles, Santos Escobar, Butch, and someone else who I'm forgetting, but someone else was in it. Grayson Waller. There you go. But really nice work from all 4 men. Number 4, we have, coming from AEW Collision, we have Ricky Starks and Christian Cage defeating the likes of CM Punk and Darby Allin, which was kind of another surprising victory in my opinion. CM Punk's getting hella heat, as he should. I can't wait for the time that CM Punk turns heel, and I feel like now is the perfect time to do it. And truth be told, Ricky Starks won the Owen Hart Cup using dirty tactics, and I think they put Ricky Starks in kind of a heel scenario. Ricky Starks is now, I guess, turned heel. I don't think he should have been the one to turn heel. CM Punk should have been the one to turn heel, if anything, which should have led to a CM Punk and Ricky Starks feud some way down the line. I think they're still going to have a CM Punk Ricky Starks feud, but with Ricky as the heel. But again, we'll talk about that some more later. There's some CM Punk heat. This match was announced at the beginning of AEW Collision, which again is something we'll also talk about soon. CM Punk had a little cool Bam Bam Bigelow tribute when it came to doing that little cartwheel that Bam Bam used to do. Nice, decent Bulldog clothesline combo from CM Punk to Christian Cage and Ricky Starks. There's this killer spot where Darby Allin was doing a little springboard dive thing, and then Ricky Starks kind of just speared his knee and kind of just ruined Darby's knee for a bit. There's my favorite spot in the match had to be this 6 Scorpion Death Drop / reverse DDT reversal that Darby Allin did to Ricky Starks on the top rope. That was just very smooth, very slick. I love how Darby Allin wrestles. This is just some basic classic tag team action, and some people might not even say this was too special, but there were a few spots. And again, in ring wise, I thought the Fatal 4-Way was a bit better. on SmackDown than this tag team match. But the thing that drew the Fatal 4-Way down was there was a wrong winner, in my opinion, or it could be debatably a wrong winner in the Fatal 4-Way. While this tag team match, I feel like they got the winner right. And overall, it was probably one of the best matches of the week, which is why it's on this list. So there you go. Wing, wing, wing. Number 3, we're going crazy here with Better Than You Baybay, Adam Cole and MJF defeating the Jericho Appreciation Society, Daniel Garcia and Sammy Guevara in the blind tag team eliminator bracket in the finals of it on AEW Dynamite. Now AEW Dynamite was I wouldn't say a short show, but it didn't have too many matches. It didn't have too many segments because of one certain match that went on very, very long. If you know what I'm talking about, you'll know what I'm talking about. Ha 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 ha. But Chris Jericho on commentary is great, supporting his boys in the Jericho Appreciation Society. Finally, it happened. Everyone knows what we're talking about. We're talking about the double clothesline that finally happened. You see, this is what I'm talking about. Like, you look at this match, it's not much, but crowd reaction is a huge thing. Story is a huge thing in professional wrestling. So if you make a double clothesline become one of the biggest pops of the night, you have done something right. Speaking of big pops, MJF doing a suicide dive. You know how we see the suicide dive every time? MJF doing it is something different. That gets the crowd crazy. That's the big one of the loudest crowd reactions of the night was when MJF did a suicide dive. You know how stupid that sounds, but you know how awesome that is? Like, it's what I'm saying. This match, I wouldn't say it was bad technically, but you look at the in-ring work, just raw in-ring work, there's been better matches this week. But it was the crowd reaction. It's the story behind the match. It shows you how good Better Than You Baybay is. That's why they won Superstar of the Week last week. Yeah, they did. Even though there was no weekly Wrestless last week, they did it. The crowd was super into the match. You had a nice little double Spanish fly from Sammy Guevara to Adam Cole and MJF. And then you had Adam Cole and MJF again using the double clothesline to pin Daniel Garcia. And at the end of the match, Daniel Garcia and Sammy Guevara left Chris Jericho, and Chris Jericho was trying to give him a little hug or something, try to comfort them. But they just left him high and dry. No hug, no confrontation, no positive affirmations, none of that for Daniel Garcia and Sammy Guevara. Zip, zero, nada. And then at the end, you had Adam Cole try to give MJF his belt, but Adam Cole was looking at MJF's belt a little too long. A little tension there. But hey, 8 out of 10. Again, this was really just entertainment value. I really enjoyed this match from Adam Cole, MJF, Daniel Garcia, Sammy Guevara. Very entertaining. And this upcoming AEW Dynamite, I believe, we're going to see FTR versus Adam Cole and MJF. And we'll see how that plays out. Number 2. Number 2 also means poop. Yeah, poop. But yeah, you have Alpha Academy, Chad Gable and Otis versus the Viking Raiders in a Viking rules match, with the Viking Raiders getting the win. Holy shit, this was really entertaining. This was more entertaining than I thought it was going to be. I've been mentioning it in the past. I think every weekly review we've had has had some sort of iteration of Alpha Academy versus the Viking Raiders. This was probably one of the most entertaining matches these guys have had. And God, it was a Viking rules match, so it's pretty much just a no holds barred match, Viking themed, which again was very entertaining. The crowd was super into this match as well. There was an amazing springboard world's strongest slam from Otis to Ivar, where Ivar was again very agile for a big man. Ivar was trying to do a springboard dive, and then Otis grabs him midair and does a world's strongest slam, which was super smooth, super slick. You had Maxine Dupree fucking cross-bodying Valhalla. You had Maxine Dupree finally receiving her Letterman's jacket and getting put through a table immediately. You had Otis going Super Saiyan and was a one-man wrecking crew, being super athletic, doing freaking rolls around the Viking Raiders. Otis was probably the star of this match, honestly. Like, I love Chad Gable, but Otis did one killer job, like, shockingly. You had a little Dudley Boys homage where I think Otis was like, "Get the tables," that was always cool. You have some random Viking ship in the middle of outside of the ring. Titus O'Neil's on commentary for some reason, which was so fucking hilarious when he was like, "Listen, I don't know what kind of god Valhalla warships. She has 107 gods. My only god is Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. That might be one of Valhalla's gods too." Um, and then he's like, I'll forget Academy better bring their A game because these guys stink, they smelly, they nasty, they musty. I love Titus O'Neil on commentary. It's amazing. I don't know why he was on commentary, but he's better than Kevin Patrick, and that's all you need to know. Yeah, this was just really shockingly entertaining, honestly. I would say I'm tired of the Viking Raiders Alpha Academy storyline, but I kind of want more. This match convinced me I wanted more. 9 out of 10 is what I'll give this match. But yeah, this Viking Rose match was just intense, bro. Like, I freaking loved it. Number one though, what's the best match of the week? Match of the week has to go. Well, it has to go to AEW Dynamite, the Blood and Guts match, right? Golden Elite versus Blackpool Combat Club, Takeshita and Pac. That's awesome. Like, there was like so much into this match, and I feel like when this match was first announced, it was like a no-brainer that this could be match of the week out of any wrestling promotion. I understand that some people don't like certain types of wrestling. Like, some people don't like comedic wrestling, and some people don't like hardcore wrestling. And this was the definition of hardcore wrestling. So this might not be everyone's cup of tea. I completely understand that. Sorry, I had a burp. But there are tons of really, really innovative, amazing spots. You have, you know, I think it was Matt Jackson. If it wasn't Matt Jackson, it was Nick Jackson. But one of the Young Bucks was kind of just doing sunset flips on Wheeler Yuta on top of the cage. And then, there was a point where Wheeler Yuta was almost about to fall off of the cage using sunset flips. That would have been scary and intense and awesome, but that didn't happen. But you did have one of the Young Bucks go on top of the cage and grab thumbtacks, but laid the thumbtacks on top of the cage, so the tacks went from the top of the cage to the bottom where the ring was. That was pretty cool. It was like raining thumbtacks. That was really cool. You had a bed of nails, because why wouldn't you have a bed of nails and a bunch of gore and blood? John Moxley was put into the bed of nails. Strong showings from Kota Ibushi. Kota Ibushi came back, huge pop for him, and he was just kicking everyone's ass. It was super, super fun, super, super great. There was like, again, I love Blackpool Combat Club's whole gimmick of just being tough guys, being submission technicians, And there was one spot where they got to show it where everyone in Combat Club was putting Golden Elite in a submission hold, while Cesaro or Claudio was doing the King of Swing on one of the other rings, Bed of nails. You had John Moxley put through it. You had John Moxley nasty hepatitis blood put through it, Like, man, this match was intense. And then, of course, you had little Pac and Claudio tension, Pac's the bastard, the bastard childs. And he wasn't playing by the rules, so Pac eventually just left the cage, left Black Bull Combat Club. Takeshita and Don Callis went up to Takeshita and was like, "Hey, it's not even worth it, bro." So Takeshita left, so it was pretty much a 3-on-5 handicap match at the end of the Blood and Guts match. And there was just like so much going on. I will say my one criticism though, I feel like you can't have too many spots in one match, because I'm pretty sure there's so many more spots I missed out on. But there's just so many spots where you forget some spots, I feel like a match doesn't need to be too eventful. Like it needs the right amount of events. If you have too little events or too little moments, then your match is going to be forgettable. If you have too many moments, your match is going to be memorable, but your match is also going to have tons of moments that are forgotten about. That if some other people use it, they're going to think it's innovative, which is why I think AEW, especially their hardcore matches, sometimes has too much going on for them, you know. And that can be seen as a good and bad thing. I'm not saying it's a terrible thing, but again, this is just my opinion. But I think that the Blood and Guts match was really, really fun. Match of the week for sure. 9.5 out of 10. Of course, Gordon Elite winning. Not only Kota Ibushi put on a strong showing, but Kenny Omega put on a strong showing, kind of being the whole leader of this whole Golden Elite. So, yeah. Let's go down to our top 5 favorite segments, or my top 5 favorite segments. I'm gonna start off with some honorable mentions with Ricochet calling out Logan Paul on Monday Night Raw, 7 out of 10. There's not much to say about it. It was kind of just a short backstage segment. I don't think it was worthy of being on the top 5. But I do think it was pretty interesting. I do want to see Ricochet versus Logan Paul at SummerSlam, and actually, as of recording, it's actually Monday right now. So, kind of recording this a bit late, this weekly review, so I'm hoping to get this out soon. A little behind the scenes trivia, but Ricochet and Logan Paul is official for SummerSlam, and well, yeah. So number 6, you have Shawn Michaels announcing Dominik Mysterio versus Butch on SmackDown. Another 7 out of 10. Dominik Mysterio won the NXT North American Championship, like we said earlier, and then he showed up to SmackDown for some reason, just showing off his belt, and then Shawn Michaels announced that it's him versus Butch on SmackDown. That's pretty cool. It's pretty cool to see Shawn Michaels, even though he has that little lazy eye, and it's cool to see Shawn Michaels almost mentioned Butch as Pete Dunne. He was about to do it. We saw it, Sean. We want to call him Pete Dunne too, so don't worry. Let's head over to our next top five segments of the week with number 5. Number 5 is going to FTR talking about Better Than You, Baybay on Collision. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. I feel like this is just a strong promo from FTR. Pretty much just kind of, I don't know, almost kind of a work shoot type promo. Kind of saying that, oh, yeah, we love Better Than You, baby. They're cool. They're cool guys. But they're making this tag team division seem like a joke. They're doing dance breaks. They're doing video games. They're just having fun, but they're making a mockery of the tag team division is what FCR is trying to say. And it's pretty nice, strong points. I really did like this promo. It felt real. It felt like, Cash Wheeler and Dax Harwood were going off script maybe a little. And then Cash Wheeler being like, you don't want to trust MJF, Adam Cole. MJF has betrayed us in the Pinnacle. What makes you think he won't betray you? So again, this is going to be very, very interesting how the Better Than You, Baby storyline plays out. But I think this promo from FTR and Collision was pretty good. 7 out of 10. Yeah. Remember when we were talking about dance breaks? Well, I was pretty much talking about Jericho Appreciation Society having a dance battle with Better Than You, Baby right before their match on AEW Dynamite. That was the best dancing ever. At Adam Cole air humping. You had the sexiest Latinos just moving them hips, having amazing chemistry. You had MJF doing his MJF dance moves. Who knew that MJF had dance moves? Everyone knows because MJF is the devil himself, god damn it, and he's perfect. But this dance battle was pretty funny. I enjoyed it. It wasn't like a dumbass dance battle that like 2011 Friday Night SmackDown would have. It's a pretty cool dance battle. It's funny. I laughed. I enjoyed seeing Adam Cole humping the air. That was great. And again, this just brings more people to love the Better Than You, Baby storyline. I feel like not all the time wrestling needs to be taken 100% seriously. It's always good to have the entertainment. It's always good to have the comedy. Without the entertainment and comedy, what's the point of watching a scripted, wrestling match, in my opinion? Like, you don't need comedy all the time. I'm just saying you need some entertainment value. And in this case, it's comedic. So, there you go. Yeah, that's number 4, 7.5 out of 10. I really enjoyed the dance battle. Number 3, another AEW thing. We have AEW Collision. CM Punk and Darby Allin and Christian Cage and Ricky Starks doing their own little promo. We mentioned this a little before. We mentioned their match. But we kind of mentioned what led up to the match, which was this opening promo on AEW Collision. We had a little interview from Ricky Starks saying what's up, what's going on. How he won the Owen Hart Cup was kind of controversial. And then CM Punk came out. It's weird to think that Ricky Starks is the heel in the situation. More people are cheering Ricky Starks than CM Punk. No one really likes CM Punk except Chicago. CM Punk sucks. But nah, it's all seriousness though. The way CM Punk is acting, like it's very heelish. You can see the gears are turning to make him into a heel. He's talking shit about New Jersey and he's expecting to get cheered. Like, I don't care how much you're getting booed, man. You don't talk shit about the town. Like, that makes you the heel, right? But Ricky Starks, he's getting cheered on for, and that's all good. He deserves it chance. And he definitely does. And Darby Allin came out, I believe. No, not Darby Allin. Christian Cage and Luchasaurus came out. How could I forget about those guys? They came out and was like, "Hey, shut up!" Christian Cage holding the mic and the TNT Championship, like that's why we, him and Luchasaurus, we are the TNT champions. I really like this heel Christian Cage. I like him kind of taking credit that he's TNT champion and not Luchasaurus. Maybe there's gonna be that little breakup soon. Who knows? But the promo was just a basic opening promo, but it was a pretty decent opening promo, I'd say. I think it benefited everyone involved. Darby Allin kind of interrupted Christian Cage and kind of just took his mic from him. Little mic drop. Ricky Starks hugely over right now. I'm enjoying his promo skills. Ricky Starks incredibly underrated in the wrestling business right now. So, yeah, 8 out of 10. I thought this was a pretty good promo. Number 2 goes to Monday Night Raw when it comes to Brock Lesnar attacking Cody Rhodes. Now, we've seen Brock Lesnar attack Cody Rhodes before, but what makes this so different is that this is Brock Lesnar attacking Cody Rhodes on Monday Night Raw in Cody's hometown of Atlanta, Georgia, right in front of his mother. That was brutal. And it's always good to hear Cody Rhodes on a microphone. He's amazing in the ring and definitely amazing when it comes to promos. Cody Rhodes called out Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar wouldn't come out, so Cody Rhodes eventually went back there and got his ass beat by Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar just suplexing him, F5ing him on the outside the ring, on the ramp and all that. And then I think he did a little Kimura lock right in front of Cody's mother, dude, and his family. What the hell kind of shit is that? That's not very cash money or cool. And then they eventually take it into the ring where Brock Lesnar does another Kimura lock onto Cody Rhodes. OMG. Again, I'm very tired. I'm sorry. But Brock Lesnar does another Kimura lock and then, just looks the camera, just smiling and it's pretty. Brock Lesnar's being a straight up menace. Some people are sick of this feud. I'm actually kind of excited to see this last chapter of this feud. Who's going to win, Brock Lesnar or Cody Rhodes? It better be Cody Rhodes. But 8 out of 10. I feel like it's just a basic attack from Brock Lesnar and Cody, but also increased Brock Lesnar's heel work. I think this is the time where we got the official announcement that it was going to be Brock Lesnar versus Cody Rhodes at SummerSlam. That's going to be pretty interesting to see. And yeah. Which leads number 1 for the best segment of the week. Also going to Monday Night Raw, where Finn Balor attacks Seth freaking Rollins backstage. This was originally supposed to be a Seth freaking Rollins / Byron Saxton interview until Finn Balor interrupted. I'm really enjoying this Finn Balor, persona that he has right now. Him just being a straight up heel, him talking in this low, deep, scary voice, It's all pretty cool. Seth and Finn just staring at each other backstage, sitting down in chairs, and Finn demanding a rematch for the World Heavyweight Championship, while Seth is just like looking at him and, just saying, this title is worth more than your personal vendetta. Damn, that's some dark shit. And then Finn's like, okay, that's all good. And then just beats the shit. Let me just drink my Chick-fil-A Sunjoy. And then beats the complete shit out of Seth freaking Rollins. Are you flipping my jingle bells? I don't know. But yeah, Finn Balor just beating the shit out of Seth Rollins is pretty cool. An 8.5 out of 10 moment, mostly because the promo is just so dark and menacing. I really enjoy what they're doing with Finn Balor. Finn Balor is really taking the rise. It's probably the best stuff he's ever done on the main roster. So I'm really proud of him, and really, really excited to see what they do with Finn Balor. I hope he wins at SummerSlam, and that can lead to some very intense tension within the Judgment Day. But definitely the Finn Balor Seth freaking Rollins backstage segment, I really enjoy it. I guess another honorable mention I can also bring into the top 5 segments would be the Bloodline contract signing, Tribal Combat, Jey Uso and Roman Reigns. I actually thought that contract signing was a bit cheesy, which is why I'm kind of mentioning it now. It's leading up to a very big match, but I kind of find it a little cheesy, this whole Tribal Combat thing. But that's just me. But whatever. Now, of course, we got to talk about the top 5 wrestlers of the week. Let's start off with our honorable mention. First honorable mention goes to Better Than You, Baybay, Adam Cole, and MJF on AEW Dynamite. I think that this is huge for Adam Cole and MJF. The fact that they make it to the finals. I'm going to go against FTR, which I think they might lose on AEW Dynamite, this upcoming AEW Dynamite. But yeah, I think that Adam Cole and MJF, I love it. The dance breaks are just hilarious. Their chemistry is amazing. And again, it's probably the best thing AEW has going for it right now. But yeah, number 6, I'm gonna go with Kenny Omega. On Dynamite, I think that Kenny Omega did one hell of a job. Did some killer spots when it came to that blood and guts match. And yeah, that's all you really have to say. He was probably the second MVP in that match, in my opinion. But we're going to go with number 5, which goes to AEW Collision's Ricky Starks. Congratulations, Ricky Starks. Now, Ricky Starks, I think, again, did an amazing showing at the Owen Hart Cup. I'm glad he won it and not CM Punk. That was kind of a shocker for CM Punk not to win. But I'm also kind of disappointed that CM Punk didn't win, so we don't get a little bit of heel CM Punk, which again we'll talk about some more later. But Ricky Starks did a pretty good job this week, kind of just doing his thing, doing his heel thing. He did amazing when it comes to he was pretty much the star of the night in my opinion when it came to AEW Collision, and that's pretty good. One way to start the show, and he won the team. And he won his team with Christian Cage the match, pretty much pinning Darby Allin. Might have used the ropes a little, but still he pinned Darby Allin and beat CM Punk again. So I think they're doing big things with Ricky Starks, and I can't wait to see what he's doing in the future. And he might have a feud with CM Punk sometime soon. Number 4 is going to Monday Night Raw when it comes to Finn freaking Balor, not Seth freaking Rollins, Finn freaking Balor. Yeah, Finn Balor did Judgment Day in general doing great things, especially on Monday Night Raw. We might have another Judgment Day member pulling up on this top 5 list. Who knows? But Finn Balor, I really enjoyed his promo. Like I said, I believe he was part of the segment of the week. I think he was just him, his presence, his promo, how threatening he sounds. It just sounds great, and I feel like he's more destined to be a heel than a face, if I'm being completely honest with you. I don't know if it's just how the main roster is treating him as a heel, but it's just him as a heel. It just feels it's just a lot better than him as a face, and I can't wait for Finn versus Seth at SummerSlam, which is happening sometimes too. And of course, later that night, Seth got his revenge by attacking Finn Balor. But I think that Finn Balor is just doing great things right now. Now we are down to the final 3 of this top 5 wrestlers, and I gotta go number 3, Alpha Academy, Chad Gable and Otis. I could have put just Otis, and you know what? Let's do Chad Gable and Otis and Maxine Dupree, because Maxine Dupree is part of Alpha Academy too. I was going to do just Otis because Otis, in my opinion, was the MVP of the whole Viking Rules match. But Chad Gable and Otis, Alpha Academy, just an amazing job. They've been doing amazing things within the past couple months. Everyone pops up to see Maxine Dupree. Everyone pops up to see Chad Gable and Otis. Their catchphrases are funny. They're hugely entertaining. And the match that they had with the Viking Raiders were also hugely entertaining, which is why I got 9 out of 10. And in my opinion, the second best match of the week. But Alpha Academy, they need to become tag team champions again, truly. But I'm glad they're being shown this show consistently and in a positive manner too. I think they're doing great. Number 2 goes to AEW Dynamite, Kota Ibushi. I think Kota Ibushi, I was really juggling back and forth between Kota Ibushi and Kenny Omega, but I feel like Kota Ibushi just had so many spots. The pop for him coming back was huge to AEW Dynamite. So it had to go to Kota Ibushi. He was kind of the MVP of the match too, mixed with Kenny Omega. I really enjoyed everything they did. And Kota Ibushi, what else can you say about him, right? He was in match of the night. And honestly, everyone in that match should be part of Super Wrestler of the Week. But I just can't do that. But Kota Ibushi again, amazing. But the Wrestler of the Week, the Restless Wrestler of the Week, and sadly we can't have Hottie's input on this because he's not here with us right now. But my Superstar of the Week, which is officially Restless's Superstar of the week of remember, it's July 17th to July 23rd of 2023, is gonna have to go to Dominik Mysterio. Woo! Dominik Mysterio, I think he main evented or was at least part of the biggest matches of the entire week during this week. On Raw, he was, I think, with the Judgment Day. On NXT, he was beating Wes Lee for the NXT North American Championship. On SmackDown, he was in one of the biggest matches, maybe not the main event, but I think definitely one of the main event matches against Butch for the NXT North American Championship, and he retained. Dominik is doing did incredible things this week. He's just, again, the heat he has is always incredible. Heels can only dream of having the Dominik Mysterio heat. That's the type of heat you want. That's the type of heat you need to succeed. And Dominik is succeeding clearly by unexpectedly dethroning Wes Lee, the longest NXT North American champion ever. Dominik Mysterio did that with some help with the Judgment Day, but still, and he put on a pretty decent match too. Overall, I'm really, really happy what they're doing with Dominik Mysterio. He's been doing great things. He's won his first singles title during this week. And maybe he's going to do great things with that title. Who knows? We got to talk about the sour notes, though, of course, the worst of the week. I think we can start off with SmackDown when it comes to LA Knight losing. I just think that, I don't know. I don't completely hate the fact that Rey Mysterio won the Fatal 4-Way United States Invitational match. But at the same time, what are they going to do with LA Knight? Because if he's not in SummerSlam, then what is he going to do? Because I think whoever wins next week or this upcoming SmackDown, Santos Escobar versus Rey Mysterio, for the number 1 contendership for the United States Championship, I think whoever wins that match goes against Austin Theory at SummerSlam for United States title. But what about LA Knight? Is he not going to be a part of nothing in SummerSlam? He already missed out on WrestleMania. I don't think he should miss out on SmackDown. So that's or not SmackDown. I don't think he should miss out on SummerSlam. And that's what I'm trying to say here. Like, I don't mind Rey Mysterio winning. I just want LA Knight to have something at SummerSlam because I know good things happen to the people who wait. But how long can LA Knight wait, right? Like, he should have something at SummerSlam. At least a segment is what I'm asking for. Dr. Britt Baker on Dynamite is something that I can consider the worst as well. I think that fighting local competition, especially for Dr. Britt Baker, is a waste of time. It brings up good it brings out good exposure for the local competitor, but Dr. Britt Baker, there's no exposure needed. She's a former AEW World Women's Champion, and she's the star, the biggest star probably in AEW's women division. Why is she facing against local competition? I feel like it's just a waste of time. Same thing with Miro. And another worst of the week that I have to say is Jack Perry versus Hook. It's cool to see Jack Perry become heel. It's cool to see Jack Perry do all this shit. That Jack Perry as a heel can elevate him on levels that we've never seen before. Because we've talked how mid his promo skills are. We talked about how okay his in-ring action is. But him as a heel can do tons of great things. But this match was a bit underwhelming. Nothing too special about it. That's all I gotta say. Like, I wouldn't say it's terrible, but whatever. And let's talk about the future of stuff, right? I mean, heel Jack Perry, like I said, hopefully he can become maybe even an AEW World Champion as a heel. That would be so good. That can do wonders for him. I think he's doing a hell of a job becoming a heel. I just think his match with Hook was a bit underwhelming. LA Knight, what's going to happen with LA Knight? Who knows? I'm hoping LA Knight is somehow participating in SummerSlam. Santos Escobar versus Rey Mysterio. Who do I think is going to win next SmackDown to face against Austin Theory? I think it should be Santos Escobar, honestly. I really do. Santos Escobar should win. I'm enjoying the fact that Santos Escobar is shown consistently throughout TV. Another match that happened, which I didn't really talk about because it wasn't one of my favorites, but Santos Escobar versus Austin Theory happened on SmackDown in a non-title match with Santos Escobar defeating Austin Theory. What the hell? Clean. So I think Santos Escobar versus Austin Theory is the way to go in SummerSlam. I hope they make it a pretty decent match, like 12 minutes long, 14 minutes, because it deserves 14 minutes. Dominik's title run on NXT, the NXT North American Championship, I can't imagine it lasting too long. I think it's going to last as long as Dolph Ziggler's NXT Championship ran. Remember when he won the NXT Championship? I bet you didn't. But Dominik Mysterio, yeah, I don't think he could lose it to Mustafa Ali. I don't know, or he could lose it back to Wesley very soon. But I don't think he's going to last with it very long. I think Dominik Mysterio should maybe use his title to somehow make him more of a credible opponent. Because I know his gimmick's kind of just being a pussy, being a little kid, kind of. But at the same time, it'd be nice to see him not waste that title, the NXT North American Championship, and kind of see him actually go against, matches by himself. Show him kind of being clean instead of just running away and taking cheap shots. Because I know that's his gimmick, but again, I don't want that affecting the NXT North American title, especially a title that Wesley did a one hell of a job building up. And CM Punk becoming heel, I really I have mixed opinions about Ricky Starks winning the Owen Hart Cup. I think that CM Punk should have won and somehow did some heel tactics onto Ricky Starks. Because, well, first off, no one really likes CM Punk outside of Chicago. And Ricky Starks is someone who deserves it. Ricky Starks is someone who people are cheering for. I think that Ricky Starks maybe was going to have a match with CM Punk sometime soon, and maybe there's going to be a double turn, Bret Hart Stone Cold style, WrestleMania 13, maybe. I mean, there should be a double turn, but yeah, whatever. I don't know. But yeah, CM Punk should turn heel. He's definitely working towards it. The gears are turning, talking shit about New Jersey after New Jersey is booing him because again, no one really likes CM Punk. And there are plans that the rumor mill is churning that the CM Punk is in the plans of turning heel soon. When it comes to the future of Adam Cole and MJF, I hope that Adam Cole and MJF don't break up too soon, but I think they will. I think they're going to lose the FTR for the tag team championships and then probably go against each other. Who knows? I don't know. I hope not. I hope if they do, I hope Adam Cole turns heel. that would be the way to go. MJF becoming face and Adam Cole turning heel, that would be the type shit that I would be interested in, and that should happen, because MJF can play one hell of a face, but again, I don't know with AEW Dynamite. Sometimes they do the unpredictable, and that sometimes works out for them. Sometimes it doesn't. Like Daniel Garcia should have turned long ago. Speaking of which, Jericho Appreciation Society is slowly turning against Chris Jericho. How's that going to play out? I don't know, but I hope they do actually leave. I hope Sammy Guevara and Sammy Guevara and Daniel Garcia turn on Chris Jericho. Or I hope Chris Jericho just leaves the Jericho Appreciation Society in general and becomes a solo star. I think I'm getting sick of these stables and kind of want Jericho coming back to his like roots of just being a single star. When it comes to the women's division, I'm really excited what they're doing with the women's division on SmackDown side. I believe they announced Asuka versus Becky Lynch versus Charlotte Flair. I'm very excited to see that at SummerSlam, and I'm hoping maybe Io Sky cashes in. I don't know. I think that when it comes to the women's division, women's storylines on the SmackDown side, they're doing amazing things, better than any wrestling company or better than any wrestling show in America and AEW specifically. AEW women division, I don't know what's going on there. I don't know if I'm just missing out on shit, but nothing seems to appeal to me right now. On Raw, I don't know what Rhea Ripley's really doing. She has tiny storylines with people. Not the best, but SmackDown is killing it right now with Asuka, Charlotte, Bianca, three of the biggest women's stars in the whole roster going at it for the women's championship, and I think it's working out pretty well. And I can't wait for the triple threat that's happening at SummerSlam. When it comes to Roman Reigns and Jey Uso, again, I was kind of underwhelmed by the little promo they had. Like, it wasn't necessarily bad at all by any means, but at the same time, it wasn't the best. Jey Uso didn't even make it to my top 5, and Jey Uso always wins stuff on Weekly Wrestless, so whatever. But Tribal Combat, whoever wins this not only wins the Universal title, but also wins the Tribal Chief name. I think Roman Reigns is going to win that, but that's going to be saved for another time when we do SummerSlam predictions, because I think SummerSlam's coming in a week from now, so it's going to be pretty interesting. But yeah, when it comes to show of the week, it has to go to, drumroll please, has to go to Monday Night Raw. I feel like Monday Night Raw had the least amount of bad stuff in it. I'm not saying everything was great in it, but nothing was really necessarily bad in it, in my opinion. There wasn't anything that stuck out in my mind that made me think, oh, this is shit. Nah, things were pretty decent, I guess. So congratulations, Monday Night Raw, for being show of the week, and congratulations to Dominik Mysterio being the Wrestless Wrestler of the Week. You did such a great job. And looky here, we're finished in about, 50 minutes or something. And that's pretty cool, because these 2-hour reviews, I don't know if we're too enjoyable for y'all. It wasn't really too enjoyable for us. But hopefully this method of reviewing is better than the method of how we reviewed last time. Hopefully next time we can get Hottie in for another weekly Restless review. And this one might be released around Wednesday or something. It might be released a little late to make you not care about the week, but whatever. I hope you guys have listened at least. And remember, guys, subscribe, like, comment, all that. And follow our social medias, which is going to be down in the description below. Round of applause for Dominik Mysterio again. Such a great time. All right. Peace out, guys. You thought I was done. Well, I was done, but I kind of... Peace out, guys, isn't the way we end shit here. Stay restless. Okay, peace out.